Are you here for something to do, or are you here to do something? The current state of the world has galvanized a significant portion of the global population, leaving them shaken out of the collective illusion. More and more people are searching for answers, trying to understand what this is all about and why we are living this human life. As those in power toy with dangerous ideas that could lead to irreversible destruction, it is more important than ever to share these answers. We are at a fork, and it is becoming more evident that the material path will lead to a chip in your head, electronic body parts, and complete submission, while the other path leads to the angelic realms. If the information I'm about to present conflicts with your beliefs about the evolution of the human condition, I ask that you keep an open mind about it. If you find yourself feeling angry at any point, let me remind you that we cannot make any progress when we don't allow ourselves to explore new ideas. Try the information on, like you would try on a new uniform. Basically, this is a course, a set of practical instructions on how to go to heaven and back without dying. Following these instructions, you can create your solar body double and use it to ascend to the higher realms. You then bring that immortal electromagnetic spirit body back down and join it with your physical body, using the thine eye is single, thy whole body also is full of light technique. We currently live in a world of duality, good, bad, hot, cold, black, white, in which we understand things according to where they are on a spectrum. In the process of knowing and developing ourselves, whether on an individualistic level or as a group, we mostly demarcate where we are and where we are going along a spectrum of meaning. Because the nature of the universe is to see balance, somewhere and somehow the opposite of what we do manifests. So, what might be good one way will have a way of manifesting badly in another. What we shall seek is a way to merge the two sides to create something new that is better than either one of its parts on their own. Joining the earthly physical body with the highly charged spiritual body creates something new, something that neither could be by themselves. You see, most of you eat plants that eat the earth. Others of you eat animals that eat plants that eat earth. Even some of you eat animals that eat animals that eat plants that eat earth. Through them you eat earth. You are made of earth, a type of mud. That part of you that you think is your physical self is not you. It came from the earth and it eventually abandons you because you are a polarity of earth, walking around on the earth, and the earth is eventually taking its earth back. You can postpone this when you combine your physical earth body with that of your self-created electromagnetic spirit body. In the 10th century book, Understanding Reality, a Taoist alchemical classic by Chang Po Tuan, we find the way to shed birth and death is the way of learning immortality. Those who understand both essence and life, who have bodies outside their bodies, who are both physically and mentally sublimated, and who join the Tao and merge with reality, are celestial immortals. If students want to shed birth and death, they should learn celestial immortality. If they want to learn celestial immortality, they cannot do so but by the great science of the golden elixir. This golden elixir is the innate knowledge and innate capacity received by humans from heaven. It is completely good, with nothing bad in it. The completely perfect spiritual faculty, it is formed of a coagulation of primordial positive energy. Therein are included yin and yang. Therein are stored the 5 elements. That is, there is the energy, but not the substance. It cannot be compared to the conditioned, corporeal, polluted matter of an individual body. If it is passed through yin convergence and yang fire and refined to perfection, it becomes eternally incorruptible. We also find in the Gospel of Thomas, saying 1:13, his disciples said to him, "When is the kingdom going to come?" Jesus said, "It is not by being waited for that it is going to come." They are not going to say, "Here it is," or "There it is." Rather, the kingdom of the Father is spread out over the earth, and people do not see it. This saying suggests that the higher realm exists all around us, but we need to develop our minds to be able to perceive it. What those books don't tell is the how. This is the how. In essence, this course offers a new way of perceiving the world, one that is according to the rules of a different realm. By applying the rules of this other realm, we can begin to create a shift in our paradigms and to see things for how they truly are, behind the curtains of illusion of the earthly human experience. The implications are many things you might have been looking for your whole life. It will teach you to create your spirit body and travel to the higher heavenly realms. It will teach you to control your mind. As a result of the mind exercises, you will upgrade your cognitive abilities, heighten your consciousness, learn to expand your perception field. It will show you a way to change the world, help you find your purpose in something greater to live for. This is the way of heaven. To be able to enter this other realm, we have to know its rules and live by them. The realm we currently live in is one of destruction, where it is much easier to break than to make something. In the other realm, the creator realm, it is the opposite. However, to be able to create things, we have to have a greater degree of control over ourselves, to control our minds. It is important to clarify that this is not a belief system. Belief alone does nothing to make something happen. For example, swimming. If one is drowning and doesn't know how to swim, simply believing they can swim won't help them to swim. This is why belief dies at the birth of knowledge. And with knowledge, we can start embodying the qualities we've been cultivating through practice, just like practicing swimming will lead to becoming a swimmer. This is a system of becoming. Another important point is that we are not trying to escape this reality. We are working to change it. You do not have to give up living your life and become a monk. That is, you don't need to empty your cup. This course will give you a bigger cup. All you'll need to do is stir. Through this practice, you become a warrior in the garden. This is not a way of self-enlightenment or anything selfish. It's a way of power over yourself. It's about making yourself stronger, physically, mentally, and spiritually, for the sole purpose of making others stronger. This is the one law, the law of heaven. A world of true freedom where there is no war, no deception, no crime, and no need for any other laws or their enforcement is possible if all people live by the one law: make yourself stronger, for the sole purpose of making others stronger. It is a world where everyone is on the same team, working towards the greater good and not against one another. When people realize that heaven is real, and when enough people travel there and back, a paradigm shift will happen. We live in a realm where there are three types of forces: a force of destruction, a force of maintenance, and a force of creation. Of the three forces, the creative force is the strongest, because without something created, you cannot destroy it. There is nothing to maintain if it wasn't created. There is nothing without creation. If you have a creative force within you, it's a force that helps to create for the greater good. So, a cell in your body that is following the creative force will create for the benefit of other cells. For instance, some cells will create proteins that other cells can use to build themselves up. And as a result, the more of your cells follow the creative force, the stronger you will become. Think of the stages of your life. At first you were a baby. You are helpless. Everything has to be given to you. You take. You don't go and hunt for your food. You wait for somebody to bring something to you. As you grow up, you start giving and taking. And then you develop yourself to the point that you are better than everyone else at some specialty. So you can now give what you make or share your knowledge and skills with others. You are an adult who no longer needs to take but can give and help others around you, just like those cells in your body that follow the force of creation. Next is the stage where we become true human beings, as opposed to human animals driven by obedience to our hunger or fears and our masters. A true human being doesn't get distracted by the constructs of society and cultures. We no longer need to fight because we are from a different country, race, or a different belief system. You wouldn't get mad at a dog just because it has black hair or white hair. You get mad at a dog that is attacking you regardless of its appearance. However, as you may know, many never grow out of their child phase, the only taking phase. They continue living by only taking from others and from society. Even though they are able, they are not willing to voluntarily offer anything back. We metaphorically call them the moon people, because the moon has a force that only pulls. Similarly, the moon people only take. They make themselves stronger at the expense of others. The same concept applies to cultures, countries, and empires. Some of them only exist because they take things from others. The moon people are parasitic. They only take and survive at the expense, labor, and suffering of others. The way people operate in our world can be described by 4 types of behavior. Make yourself stronger for the sole purpose of making others stronger, the archetype of a leader, savior, hero. Make yourself weaker to make others stronger is sacrificing yourself for the sole benefit of others. Make yourself stronger to make others weaker is about parasites who profit off the suffering of others. Make yourself weaker to make others weaker, a path of complete destruction, suicidal. To reiterate, the first and main rule on this path is expressed by the one law. Make yourself stronger, physically, mentally, and spiritually, for the sole purpose of making others stronger. Living this way will align your entire being, your thoughts and deeds, with the creative force, with the will of the Creator. Only the adult-like people who are completely out of their moon stage can live by the one law and make themselves stronger for the sole purpose of making others stronger. Only a true human being can be a human becoming. If you have only one law that says, make yourself stronger for the sole purpose of making other people stronger, you don't need any other law. You don't need laws against thievery. You don't need laws against murder. You don't need laws against cheating people, because this one law covers all the laws. Since this law is in alignment with the will of the Creator, it is the law of heaven, and following this one law enables heaven on earth. So it's just a small shift in behavior, but a big shift in our paradigm, one that we can all do together. Everybody starts following this one law, starts taking responsibility and thinking about the consequences of their actions 7 generations ahead. As a result, the world becomes a greater place where we don't have polluted rivers, soil, and air. There is no crime and no wars. Living in alignment with the will of the Creator opens the higher realms, so you can go to heaven without dying.